Hey guys, today I'm going to be doing a tutorial on how I make my thumbnails, and I use GIMP to make my thumbnails. So GIMP is a free program that you can download on Windows or a Mac, and it is amazing for making my thumbnails. That's how I do it. And yeah, let's get started. So I go up to File, New, and these are the settings that I use. Width 1280, height 720, and fill with transparency. That's the only things I change. So yeah, then I click OK, and you get that right there. You can do any background you want. You can do any background color, or you can also do a pattern. I'm going to do a pattern for this. So I download my patterns off of this right here, el-l-en.deviantart.com, and yeah, these are amazing patterns for GIMP, so I will link that in the description below. So yeah, then I would just fill with the pattern, and I want to change this black right here, so I just select the black. I use a select by color tool, select that black, and I just use my bucket fill tool, and I fill the foreground. I use foreground color fill, and I just do that. So that's what you get. And then I'm going to make a new layer, and I'm going to add my little banner that I do across the middle of the picture. So yeah, like that. Just use the rectangle select tool and then just make a rectangle like that. And then I go into fill and then fill that. It's really easy. And that is kind of how I make the background for whatever I'm doing. So for whatever I'm doing, for the thumbnail that I'm doing. You can also just try out different things in the filters. You can add kind of like a glitter looking effect with the noise. You can change the noise and it kind of makes it look like a glitter kind of. So something like that. You can do, I don't know what else. I don't really mess with this too much. You can do something like this. I don't really know what that does. It doesn't do much. And yeah, you can do tons of different effects and everything like that. So yeah, that is how I do. I just kind of mess around and do different things when I'm making my thumbnails. So that's kind of how I make the background part of it. It's really easy. So the next thing I do is I open the sim that I'm making the thumbnail with. And I already edited the picture. You kind of have to find your own way of editing the actual picture. What did I do? I looked at another tutorial on how they edit their photos on GIMP, and they just sharpen it and do a couple things. But I'll link that video that I watched in the description, because that's how I learned how to edit my Sims screenshots in GIMP. So I'll link that picture, or not that picture, the video. So what I do is I go to the fuzzy select tool and I select the black background I used. If you want a video on how I take my screenshots, I can do that. Just comment down below. But when I do my screenshots, if they're wearing a white shirt, I would use a black background, and vice versa. If they're wearing a black shirt but white background. Just whatever's easiest when I'm cutting it out. So I just use this fuzzy select tool, select the black background, and then I right click, layer transparency, add alpha channel, and then edit clear. And there you go, you get that. You get the sim that you just did just cut out. You get the sim cut out. And then I go and just kind of mess around. I move it over and stuff. And then I just kind of mess around with it. That's just what I do. I don't really do a particular thing. Let's see. there's tons of different things you can try in GIMP, especially under the filters. So I love doing things like that. Cartoon, wow. What is this? No, we're not doing that, but you could do something like that if you felt like it. So yeah, that's kind of how I do that. And then I add the text, which is my favorite part, kind of. I don't know, I like downloading different fonts and things, and I don't know. I like editing thumbnails completely, or not editing thumbnails, but making thumbnails. So I just type in Create-A-Sim first, because that's what this video is. It's going to be a Create-A-Sim, which I use this font, HEITISC Heidi, I don't know, SC, and that is kind of the font I use for Create-A-Sim. I use 2 different fonts, and that just kind of gives it a cool effect. You'll see what I'm talking about in a second. And I just center it, I mess around with it, I might try different colors, things like that. Like here, I'm actually going to try a different color. I'll use a white color here. And that looks good, but I think I'll do like select by color, just like this white here. Under select, grow by like 4. Add a new layer. So you just kind of mess around with it. I don't always do the same things. There we go. So you can do things like that if you want, just to make it stand out. And then I type in the name of the sim that I made, because I name my videos after the sim that I made. So Create-A-Sim and their name. So yeah, let's see. Let me try to find the font I usually use, which is Clementine Sketch. Not usually, I always change it up, but this is my favorite font of all time. It is amazing. It is so cute. I love it. It's called Clementine Sketch. You can just Google that, or I'll link it in the description so you can download this font. And yeah, it is amazing. You can also, I don't know, you could change the color of this if you wanted to make it stand out. White, maybe. I would suggest probably doing black. I'm gonna do black on this. So yeah, that is kind of how I make my thumbnails. It's very simple. It's not too hard at all. I'm not very good at making thumbnails in any way, but I hope this did help you in some way, shape, or form. I don't know. I hope it helped you. So yeah, thanks for watching, guys. Bye.